You know that feeling when you're like doing the work, eating your greens, prioritizing sleep, dragging yourself to the gym, but your body just flat out refuses to cooperate?
Yeah, it's not just being tired.
Right. It's that bone-deep exhaustion where a nap just doesn't fix anything. The brain fog that feels like you're trying to think through wet cement.
It is incredibly disheartening. And for a huge number of people, specifically women, that points straight to the thyroid. I mean, it's the master control switch for your metabolism, and when it's stuck in the off position, everything else just lags.
Which brings us to the subject of today's deep dive. We're looking into Thyrafemme Balance. It's this supplement claiming to restore hormonal harmony and, quote, feminine vitality. Now, I have to be honest with you. When I see phrases like feminine vitality on a bottle that promises to fix my metabolism, my skepticism radar just lights up like a Christmas tree.
As it should. That is exactly the right mindset to have here.
Yeah, is this actually science or just, expensive hope in a jar?
We need to strip away the marketing fluff and actually look at the biochemistry. So this deep dive is going to be a skeptical but fair review. We're going to break down what is actually inside this formula and, crucially, the biological mechanisms they claim make it work.
Okay, let's unpack this. We've got the bottle. Aside from the fancy label, what are we actually swallowing here?
It's a blend of 14 vitamins, minerals, and botanicals. But let's ignore the filler and look at the heavy hitters. The core of this formula really relies on zinc and selenium.
Which sounds like standard multivitamin stuff. Why are they special here?
Because without them, your thyroid is completely useless.
Ooh.
Think of your thyroid gland as a factory producing crude oil. That crude oil is a hormone called T4. But your body can't run on crude oil. It needs refined gasoline, which is T3.
Okay, I'm with you.
Zinc and selenium are the refinery workers. They are chemically required to convert that storage hormone into the active fuel your cells actually use.
Hold on, so if I'm deficient in selenium, my thyroid could be pumping out hormones, but my body is just letting them sit there.
Exactly. You have plenty of oil, but no gas in the tank. That's why you can have normal lab results, but still feel terrible. This supplement aims to unclog that refinery process.
Okay, that actually makes sense. But the source material also flagged vitamin B12 and magnesium. Are those just there for general health, or is there a specific thyroid angle?
It's about the energy crash.
Yeah.
Magnesium is essential for ATP production, which is the actual energy currency of your cells.
Right.
The cardinal connection here is that low thyroid function depletes magnesium, which makes you tired, which stresses the body, which further lowers thyroid function. It's a vicious cycle. B12 and magnesium are included to break that loop.
All right, so we're fueling the tank and fixing the engine, but I noticed some herbal ingredients that sound a bit more ancient, like ashwagandha and schisandra.
Those are adaptogens. Their job isn't to stimulate the thyroid directly, but to lower the noise around it. Stress, specifically the hormone cortisol, blocks that conversion of T4 to T3 we talked about earlier.
Ah, so they lower the cortisol.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ashwagandha is clinically shown to lower cortisol. It's basically telling your body that it's safe to burn energy now.
Okay, but here is the one that really threw me. Cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
I usually associate that with a spicy dinner, not a hormonal fix. Are we trying to literally burn the fat off?
In a way, yes. It's a thermogenic. It raises your body temperature slightly, which increases circulation. The idea is to act as a delivery system, pumping those other nutrients into the tissues faster.
I see.
It's trying to wake up a sluggish metabolism with a bit of heat.
So we've got heat, we've got circulation, but usually when you start messing with metabolism and body heat, there's a price to pay. Yet the marketing claims there are absolutely no side effects because it's natural. I find that really hard to swallow. I mean, poison ivy is natural, but I don't want it in my salad.
You are totally right to push back on that. No side effects is a marketing term, not a scientific one.
Yeah.
Biologically speaking, anything potent enough to have an effect has the potential for a side effect.
Exactly.
While the ingredients are generally safe and non-stimulant, saying there are zero contraindications for anyone on Earth is just a massive overstatement.
So if someone buys this, takes it, and 2 weeks later they're still tired and losing hair, is it a scam? Or did they just fail to use it right?
This is actually where most users get it wrong. The research emphasizes that you have to take this treatment very seriously, which is basically code for consistency.
Why, though? Can I just take it when I remember?
No. Think of it like watering a wilted plant. You can't just flood it with a gallon of water once a week and expect it to thrive.
You need a steady drip.
Right. Thyroid hormones have a long half-life. The feedback loops take weeks to reset. If you skip days, that refinery we talked about shuts down again. You need steady dosing to shift the biological baseline.
So it's a marathon, not a sprint. Let's get to the verdict. For the listener right now who is sick of the brain fog and the stubborn weight gain, is Thyrafemme Balance actually worth the money?
If we look at the evidence, the formulation is sound. The zinc, selenium, and adaptogen combo targets the right biological pathways. I would ignore the no side effects hype, but I would pay attention to the money-back guarantee.
The ultimate safety net.
Precisely. It mitigates the financial risk. If you're struggling with those specific symptoms and diet hasn't worked, this is a low-risk, scientifically grounded experiment to try, provided you're consistent with it.
Worth a shot, but keep the receipt. Well, that brings us to the end of this deep dive, but before we go, here's a thought to chew on.
Let's hear it.
We often look for a supplement to awaken our metabolism. But if we take a pill to wake us up without changing the lifestyle that put us to sleep in the first place, are we just hitting the snooze button on a much bigger problem?
That is the real question to ask yourself.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.